Gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What the is, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is today. It's tragedy. It's another day, huh? As the world turns, humps. Very, very tragic, as you've seen. Am I a day late and a dollar short? Nah. I wanted everybody to speak on it. I wanted everybody to talk about, the killing of Takeoff, and let them express their feelings before I get into my feelings and what I think about the situation, to give you my perspective on it. What this isn't today is fakery. It's not a laughing matter. Rest in peace to Takeoff from the Migos. Now, there's a lot of people that maybe didn't listen to the Migos music or don't listen to the Migos music because it doesn't stop, right? The legacy will live on forever. There's a lot of people that just weren't interested in that type of rap, that style, that stilo, that Atlanta trap music, that flavor. I myself was a big fan of the Migos and will continue to be. Okay? It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy, not that just another, and I said another, rapper has passed due to gun violence. But it's a tragedy that it continues to happen and people are still not aware. They're not aware of their surroundings. They take things lightly. In this world that we live in, man, it has no regret and no remorse for anybody. Okay? Anybody can get it. Them words that were spoken by some fucking philosophy major, anybody can get it. Ring truer than anything right now. Every single week, we're losing a rapper. But not only necessarily a rapper, we're losing people daily. A lot of these people that we're losing to street life, gang life, shootings, stabbings, violence, a lot of them don't have a big name. They don't have a chain. They don't have money. They don't have things of that nature. So they never make the news. They're never on that front page. They're somewhere back in the corner. You don't hear about it until it's too late. But it's the same old redundancy that keeps happening. We're becoming used to it. We're paying it no never mind now, unless it's a big name. Everybody has homeboys, everybody has family, and everybody loses someone daily. Okay, that's the world we live in. You live and you die. But it's how you die. Maybe it might not be totally up to you, but there's ways to wiggle to avoid certain situations. Now, what happened to Takeoff from the Migos is a tragedy. Very upsetting. And it's upsetting to me, not because he died. Rest in peace to that man. My condolences to his family. My condolences to all his fans and everyone that's watching this, that's feeling some type of way. We'll all have our time, right? That's promised. But one thing that really irks me, that really gets to me about this whole situation is, like I said, the lack of awareness. The lack of being prepared and knowing what to do in certain situations, and putting himself and those around him, putting him in a certain situation that was very detrimental to his safety and security. Now, it's just like prison. Let me equate it to prison. When you go to prison, these homeboys that you have around you, they're to stay aware, just like you're to stay aware, not only of what's going on with you, but what's going on with them. These are your camaradas, your homeboys. You're always watching that yarda, watching people's eyes, watching the way people move, watching any shift in the way the wind's blowing. You need to watch, because everything counts. Any little thing, man, can be the difference between living and dying, especially in a treacherous place like that. Now, I don't blame the hip hop community for all these deaths. I don't blame hate and envy. I don't blame people mad because of one reason or another, or wanting the next man's jewelry or wanting the next man's clout. I don't blame that. You know what I blame? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I can't wait, right? I blame people putting themselves in positions they should have known better. Okay, maybe they're not laced up right. This is what I know from this incident taking place. According to what everyone's saying, this was a private event hosted by Jay Prince Jr., who's a very well-known individual because of his father's status within the rap game, within the street game. And a lot of these individuals that were at this said party, this said exclusive invite party, were street guys. were guys that are really about that business. It was the who's who of the who's who's, not the Whoville who's, the real who's, right? So everybody that was there was invite only. These were real ones. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm having an invite only type party and some chick's like, oh, this is my boyfriend, this is my baby's daddy, bitch, did I say bring your baby daddy? Maybe I wanted him on one, right? Nah. Van Muski, Spencer, he's not invited. Okay? The security should have been up on that. On just who was there and you know, I'm sure that and from what I'm hearing, and we're gonna get deeper into it right now, this incident wasn't this was an accidental shooting. Okay, not accidental in the fact that once shots are rang out, that's not accidental. Someone doesn't squeeze by accident. They squeeze to squeeze, right? But I heard he was hit by friendly fire. Now, I could be totally wrong, and I'm not here to assist law enforcement in their investigation. All I'm saying is that's what I'm hearing. Okay, so Jay Prince is having this gathering of gente, of the real ones that are real ones in his life. Doesn't mean just because they get along with him and they respect him, they respect everybody at that party. Okay, now, of course, Quavo and his nephew Takeoff were invited to this party. Like I said, it's an exclusive party. So I didn't get my invite, babe. What's happening? Right? I need mine too. But they said, fuck the gun. Anyway, so they're having a great time at this billiard/bowling alley place in Houston, Texas. And everyone's having it their way. Now, of course, I guess it's spilled out like it does into the streets where these guys started to play dice. There was words being exchanged between Quavo and other individuals from a certain group that I don't want to speak on. Okay? What the Migos were doing out of bounds and feeling comfortable in Houston, I will never know. Okay, when you're out of bounds and you're in someone else's area, you know, the check-in must be real, right? That's the reason why they say check-in. It seemed like these guys were checked in, but the check-in didn't help them. Check it out, right? Someone was about to check out. Now, a lot of people are blaming Quavo in this incident, saying if he wasn't boisterous and loud and arguing, this incident probably would have never taken place. I'm here to tell you, man, it is what it is. In your own time, one never knows when they're going to leave, does one? Okay, things can go from 0 to 100 Lambo style just like that, butterfly doors. It's called butterfly doors. Doors pop. You could be just chilling and all of a sudden a fucking rock can fall out of the sky. When it's your time, homie, it's your time. No one knows the time nor place. So what you can do, though, is prevent, you know, yourself from being in certain situations or certain places at the wrong time. Everyone goes by that old saying, well, he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, he didn't have to be in that wrong place. See, if I go to a party, I'm invited, exclusive invite, I'm getting in, I'm getting the fuck on. Especially if I'm a multi-millionaire, I'm having it my way. Hey, I got to be up in the morning. I got a video to shoot, right? I got things to do. I'm not going to be out there portraying that image of street life when you're really not that street motherfucker, right? You have elevated the game. You have elevated your life. You're past that. You have to understand there's going to be people that don't necessarily rock with you. They might talk to you, but they don't rock with you. They might be envious of what you have just because you have it, because your hard work and things that you have done have gotten you to a certain level of having a nice size bag, right? And things of that nature. People might say, oh, yeah, that's right, homie, that's right. You know what I mean? And all that. But at the end of the day, they're like, I'll kill this motherfucker, right? They're not really feeling you. That's the world we live in. Everybody wants what you got. The haves, the have-nots, the give and the take. More people want to take than give. I guarantee that. So anyways, you know, the people that are blaming Quavo for his nephew being killed, I'm sure he's probably taking it the hardest. Not only is it his family, his righteous blood family, his nephew, but this is his partner. You know, they came up together. Things will never be the same for the Migos. Things will never be the same in the hip-hop community. Another one is gone. Is it a tragedy? Absolutely, it's a tragedy. Not only for the black community, not only for the brown community, but for all communities. But for all people, because this is going to bring some relevance to what we've been saying, man, is that fucking anybody can get it. It's an ugly situation. Okay, so Quavo's going back and forth with whoever he's going back and forth with, and voices are starting to get louder, and people are starting to escalate feelings and emotions. And it was right then and there when I would have been the bigger man and said, you know what, Spence, on Tita Holmes. You're right, you got me. Your dice game is immaculate, homie. You know what I mean? I'm a millionaire. I ain't tripping off that little 70K or whatever that shit was. Fuck that. I'm gonna do it pushing. You know, I get the bag and pump. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go get the bag with Gucci Mane. I'm out. This is what could have happened, but this is not what happened. Okay, and that's not reality. Reality is when you start to argue, you start to become boisterous, you guys start to feel some type of way. Anybody. It's called pride. Men are proud. Men are going to stand their ground and hold their ground until someone gets their whole fucking brain leaked off, right? And then that's just what happens. Now, in this incident, according to reports and what people are saying, Takeoff was not even arguing, was just an innocent bystander, and he caught a bullet. Whether it was friendly fire or not, that's to be determined and not to be determined on this channel. I don't really want to speak on that. All I'm saying is, from what I heard, man, it was very, very unfortunate on his side. Now, of course, everybody's talking about it in the world. I'm talking about it right now. I'm not talking about it for clout and to chase the views. If you view this or you don't, it is what it is, man. I'm just trying to bring some awareness to what's going on, not only in the Africano-American community, but also in the brown community. See, we've had a lot of incidences where a lot of brown rappers and gang members and just regular brown men, man, that are just trying to strive, have lost their lives to situations such as this. Similar situations. You know, an argument ensues and people get hit. A lot of innocent people. It seems like the innocent ones are always the ones taking the fall. From everything I heard, Takeoff was a very humble individual. Someone who wasn't loud. Someone who just did his thing. Someone who rocked with his Theo, his uncle, man. Side by side in all things he done. You know, you can't be mad at this young kid, 28 years old, for finally achieving his dream, man. Getting that big old giant bag, touring the world, being a world platinum selling rapper. Man, hey, shit, show that off if you got it, right? Be proud of your achievements. But that doesn't mean everybody is proud with you or for you. There's a lot of people, a lot of lazy motherfuckers, man, that are hating. They're haters. I get hated on too, and I ain't even got shit. You know? Hey, Gun, I fucking hate you, man, because you got a nice Lakers jacket. So fuck this Lakers jacket. You know what I mean? Not the Lakers. Spencer, LeBron, I got you, right? Westbrook, I don't, right? But I do got love, okay? And a lot of hate. Now, people are blaming Quavo. You know, you put him in that situation. If you would have shut your fucking mouth, this would have never happened. Don't blame that man. Sympathize with that man. Show that man a little bit of respect. That was his nephew that was laying there. That was his nephew, his family, you know, that got taken from this world. Too soon? I don't know. It was his time. When it's your time, whether it be too soon or too late. He got called back to which he came from. Okay? Now, here's a word to the wise about awareness. See, I was taught awareness at a very young age, and I preach it. And I practice what the fuck I preach when it comes to awareness. Always watch everything around you. Women, the way the guys are moving. If someone runs back to their car, hey, hold on, Holmes, why you go back to your car? You know what I mean? I need to know why. Oh, because that's where I keep the beers. Damn right. Okay. Well, let me see what you're popping, Holmes. Hopefully it ain't a 9 Miller, right? You need to see what's going on. You need to be aware. You need to be taught to be aware. A lot of the old heads, man, are not lacing these youngsters up in the game. They're not giving them the get down. You know? And incidents like this are going to keep taking place. Is this an isolated incident that something like this will never happen again? Nah, it's going to happen tomorrow. I guarantee it. We're just not going to hear about it because it ain't Takeoff that's getting took from us. Right? It's going to be something in Ohio or fucking Kansas or Chicago or Merced. An incident that takes place and it gets swept under the rug and it doesn't get talked about because, hey, this guy don't have no money anyways. Right? It's an unfortunate thing. You know, it seems like when you're a Hollywood star or a rapper or an actor, yeah, of course you're going to be spoken on. You're famous. People want to hear the news. But it's not different from any other person getting killed. Okay? It's just unfortunate all the way around. This gun and gang violence and street violence and whatever the case may be, this was not gang related. This was not a planned hit. I hate when the conspiracy theorists all slither out up under the rock like the Grinch, right? Hey, I think it was a hit. It was a blood sacrifice. Oh, they planned to do... Nah, it was none of that. It was a fucking dice game. People were being loud. Motherfuckers were losing money. People were getting agitated. And people started shooting. Okay? And in that fucking fashion, the homeboy fucking Takeoff got hit. That's it. Sticky situation. If he would have been 2 inches to the right, he might have been okay. But it wasn't meant to be. All we can do is send our condolences to the family. Put some respect on his name. All this conspiracy theory shit and all this, hey, I wonder who done it. I wonder who cares who done it. It's done. Stop trying to be a rata. Stop trying to be a dry snitch. Stop trying to assist the law. Hey, I wonder. It doesn't matter, man. Because hey, guess what? When you find out who done it, and eventually they will catch the individual or individuals, your balloon's going to be deflated. Because you don't know him. Damn. So that's what he looks like. Yeah, that's what he looks like. You know, but the memory of what Takeoff looked like is forgot about. Because, oh, they got him now. Justice for the homeboy. Is that truly justice for another man to rot in prison for the rest of his life and another man's family to go through what they're going through, grieving, and him to be left like that? No, the bigger picture is, why was that man just sitting there? Why were people quick to pull out the camera and film that instead of trying to help him? You know, seconds determine life, right? He could have been seconds away from living. Instead, people were like, fuck that. Shit, that's 1 million views right off the top. That's the world we live in. It's all about views, likes, thumbs up, thumbs down. I can't swim, you're bound to drown, right? And it's just unfortunate. This is not a laughing matter. Maybe this will draw some more awareness. Maybe this will be the incident for people to finally say, you know what? Fuck this, bro. You know, I'm cool. See, I was at home. I was at home sleeping. You know, played a little Monopoly with my kid and ate me some Rocky Road ice cream. So I was comfortable, man. I was where I needed to be, being the father that I am. I ain't about that street life. I'm not portraying that I am. I ain't never gonna be. I'm too old for that shit. I did that, man. And I'm lucky I wiggled the way I wiggled. I took a headshot myself. So I know how it feels. Luckily, I was able to survive. Luckily, I was able to move another day. Okay, it just wasn't my time. But my time could be today, tomorrow, the next day. Shit, I could be a ghost right now for all I know. You know what I mean? You just don't know. But it's not a laughing matter, man. You know, it's an unfortunate matter. It's a situation that people are making light of, and everybody's making a video about because they think it's oh man, you know, hey, there's 100 videos out already. Someone told me, Gunner, you're a day late and $1 short, Holmes. Hey, that shit already happened, Holmes. Why are you speaking on it? Because I can, that's it. Because my platform is here and I can. And I want to send my condolences and my respects personally to a rapper who I liked. To a rapper's family who I feel for. You know, I've lost homeboys. I've lost family to gun violence and gang violence and street violence. I know how it feels. You know, I almost lost my motherfucking head to violence. I know how it feels. You know, I'm not here to promote violence. I'm here to promote unity and awareness and love for the next man. You know, the next person. Show them a little respect and a little bit of love. Homes that'll go a long way. Now, there's those that don't give a fuck. Homes, they're street orientated and they're down to bop whatever. Once they bop, they can't stop, like Pringles, right? And that's cool. That's them. You know, if they want to sit in prison for the rest of their life and be around a whole bunch of other motherfuckers that are of like-mindedness, hey, more power to them. I don't. It's not me. It's not what I want to be involved in. What I want to be involved in is spreading the good word, you know, and making people aware that, you know, I think a lot of this could have been avoided, man, if them guys just walked away. Sometimes it's better to be the bigger man. Sometimes I get caught up in certain situations where I have to go back and forth. I'm feeling myself. Fuck you. I see, right? But things like this make me open up my eyes just a little bit wider. I'm like this right now, right? Because I'm seeing what it is, man. Anybody can get got. Nobody's untouchable. This is fucking a tragedy, man. We just lost one of the better rap groups. Now, I ain't gonna say they were better than Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know what I mean? Fuck all that. But they're one of the better rap groups to come around for a while. And now we lost, didn't they? They lost family member. They lost a homeboy. They lost, you know, someone who could have been an icon or made a difference for the community. What we lost was art. We'll never hear the same thing again. It will never be the same. And that in itself is tragic. But it's much more than that, man. Another person is gone due to gun violence, gang violence, street violence, whatever violence, man. What an unfortunate thing. Anyways, my condolences to Takeoff's family. To Quavo, man, keep your chin up. Fuck what they're talking about, man. Ain't no conspiracy shit, man. You know, shit happens. It's time to move on and get your groove on. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you think about this and this resonates in your head, gente. You know, while all these people are talking about it and what could have and what should have happened, they're not talking about what did happen. And what did happen is a young black man is taken off this earth to which there is no return. That's right there what this is all about. And that's unfortunate. If you like this, please hit that like with a thumbs up. If not, you can hit that thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. And that's all I got to say about that. The gun. Bang, bang. Rest in peace to Takeoff.